Welcome guys to a new devlog of the SpriteEngine. I want to talk about some things. First of all, let's start this engine up, and I did like huge improvements on the UI. This is like gray now. I really like this. This was the old UI. To compare it, you can click also here on open. There are no folders. This looks pretty clean, I think. You can click on create. There are as well folders. Let's open the project hello. I already prepared this. So yeah, this UI looks so much better than the old. You can now resize the windows with this little button here. You can click on these folders to like move around. You can also click on this thing to to scale it without having to edit the transform. You can also add a box collider now. Yeah, like you could have added this before, but you can click now on edit and it will work. Like you can resize the box how you want. I also hold up, let me check my notes real quick. Okay, let's talk about the new kind of architecture I added. So here in the game engine class, I added a sprite repository. This is not a static collection of sprites anymore. It's a repository of sprites. Like it contains like some private vector sprites, and you can like modify it. You can add sprites, you can delete sprites with name, and it's a cool like little class added to modify my sprites a bit and have it not static anymore. This is very important. So I added animations. Let's do this from scratch kind of. I have like here a little player, what is it called? PNG. Let's resize it at 1111 and let's add the animator thing, the component. This actually is like to open the animations. You can click like somewhere here and open the animation. I did not check for valid animations yet. I need to do that and like make maybe an animation file extension and not everything, just text files. Let's add animation here in our assets folder. Let's name it hello. And maybe let's add a keyframe on position 0. Let's add idle 1. Position like 30. Let's add idle 2. These sprites are, by the way, coming from a game I'm currently creating. Also you can zoom in to like see where your keyframes are, or you can zoom out. And let's add on position 60 idle 1. As you can see, we have a like we don't have a smooth idle animation. We need to click on loop, and now we have a smooth idle animation. Also, there's now a like thing going on here that just shows where we're currently at. Now we can make it to a prefab by just like dragging this to here. But first of all, we need to save it, so the animation are getting written to the file. As you can see, we got our little, what did I call the animation? Hello, right? Got our little hello animation here with like all the keyframes and stuff. Let's make it to a prefab now. Zack. And we can delete our old thing if you want, and we can drag this in here. So now we have like literally instantiated a sprite out of the nowhere with like already components setting up, which is pretty cool. Of course, this works like for all components, box collider. If I click on update file, it will update automatically. Now I can drag this new prefab in here. Oh, we got like two same sprites with a different ID though. Even though it says here sprite 2 ID 8 and here sprite 2 ID 8, it's just the name. I gave it this name. I literally copied the name. Okay, let's talk about scenes now. you can like I delete this scene too. You can like add scenes and give it a name, for example scene 2, and this gets saved pretty easy. You have just here like a scene 2 and a scene 1, just all containing the sprites and the background info and all the stuff. We can click on here and we need to save scene 1. Let's instantiate this prefab, make it a bit bigger. This looks pretty good, and let's change the background color to red. Let's go over here, save it, and yeah, we got a pretty easy scene system. And you can do in the user project, you can do like load scene with a scene name, and it will be loaded. Actually, you don't directly do that, but you technically do that. So what you're doing as a user is this: you set the scene to whatever scene name you want. For example, scene 2, and it will get then like loaded. Of course, this just checks. This just does not load every frame. It just checks if the current scene changed, and then it loads it. Yeah, it clears the repository up. It just like does like some deleting stuff. As you can see here, we're deleting like the childs and the pointer. Okay, and we initialize here the other classes with like a macro called, but there's a macro, and it uses the engine data scene string, and it just like loads scene 2. If it says scene 2, yeah, well, give me the sprites from the folder scene 2, and if it's scene 1, give me the sprites from folder scene 1. This is just how simple it is. Okay guys, yeah, that's it also with this small devlog. If you would like to know how like things work in depth, like everything, like for example if we're talking about box collisions, how I do the check, how I do the editing stuff on the UI, I can easily talk about that for like very long time. Just let me know in the comments if I get like one comment or two. Thanks for your attention.